Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai Bashem Kakodash Shalom to the 144,000 rest of the elect out there. I'm try to make this super quick. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video GMS teaches the new moon. Well, let me rephrase that. When it comes to the Sabbath being based upon the new moon, GMS is 100% correct. How about that? That's a little long. Anyway, this is from Trap With Us. If you listen to this, matter of fact, I'm subscribed to him. If you don't know him, he's formerly from the IUIC. So he's pretty much going against showing the hypocrisy of the IUIC, and for that matter, other camps as well, but mainly IUIC. So he's been in there, so he knows, he knows the ins and outs of the IUIC and the hypocrisy of the IUIC, as he calls it, not in this video, but other videos. So it says, if you listen to this and fact check it and still use the camp lie, then you are a butt-sniffing cult. So I'm just going to I'm right here at 6 minute 39 seconds of a 13-minute video. I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, so I'm going to let this part play. And I'm going to show you that we're right. He mentions you got some camps that teach that the Sabbath is Friday sundown and Saturday sundown, which is dead wrong. You got some camps that teach that the new moon is the full moon, which is dead wrong. Whoever teaches that, they are wrong, as the day is long. The Sabbath is based upon the new moon. The new moon comes in when the moon is dark. And all the scholars will tell you that. All the so-called Christian scholars will tell you that. So let's just listen. I'm not going to mute it.
So we come together, stop fucking arguing all the time. And let's say the whole understanding is
bringing the come together thing, which is, good idea. But if you come together, can you imagine GMS, IUIC, ICBK, HO? Can you imagine the complete? That's confusion. That's mass confusion. That's goddamn the Tower of Babel. That's mass confusion, because none of them guys are going to say, because we're going to be right on, GMS is going to be right on everything, and their pride's not going to allow them to not win everything. You got to be right on everything. You goddamn right we right on every fucking thing. We make it our business to be right on everything. You have unction from the Holy One, and you know all things. So let's listen.
5 fingers on my hand. I am great and understand this. You're great and understand that. He's great and understands this. He great and understands that. He great and understands that. That kind of represents, I keep the Sabbath on this day, but you keep it on that day, but he keep it on this day, and he keep it on that day, and he keep it on that day. You might think it's not that many times we keep the Sabbath, but one man keeps the Sabbath on Saturday, sundown to sun up. Another man keeps the Sabbath on Saturday, morning to morning though. Another man keeps the Sabbath according to the new moon.
That's GMS. That's the only camp that teaches that the Sabbath is based upon a new moon. None of these other camps, former One Westers, Sakari. Sakari teaches that the Sabbath is based upon a new moon. But the rest of them, they go by the Friday sundown, the Saturday sundown.
So whatever 8th day or 7th day after the new moon, he says that's the Sabbath, because that's the 7th day after the first of the beginning of the month. Another man says he keeps the Sabbath according to the new moon also, but he keeps it according to the dark moon. This one keeps it according to the light moon.
Yeah, we keep it according to the dark moon, because the dark moon is the new moon, not the full moon. You're a complete jackass, and you'd be a laughing stock from all these different scholars. So the only group, the former One Westers that teach the new moon is the full moon, are the IUIC. they're clearly going off. So their understanding of hell, if you break the laws and you know, if you go against anything in the Bible, if the Bible says this and you say it means something else and you give your own interpretation, according to IUIC, you're gonna burn in hell forever. You might be sincere, you know, like them. The Friday sundown, the Saturday sundown is not the Sabbath unless that month, that moon cycle, month meaning moon, falls on a new moon, which is a dark moon. So they're teaching, it's Friday sundown and Saturday sundown. Nowhere in the scriptures can't prove it to save their life. Nowhere in the scriptures it said Friday sundown and Saturday. Nowhere in the scriptures the Lord said, whatever country you go into, find out, get their calendar, and then count 7 days. And then when the 7th day hit at evening, that's the no. There was no fucking 7-Eleven in Egypt. Moses didn't grab a calendar. Let me just grab one of them Egyptian calendars. The Egyptian calendar was fucking off. They had a 10-day week. They had, you know how many weeks in a month? Egyptian calendar? 3 weeks. And plus, the Sabbath of rest wasn't even given it to them until it was in the wilderness. So why would Moses go to some 7-Eleven in Egypt, some ancient 7-Eleven, and grab a damn a calendar? Let me grab an Egyptian calendar in case we need it. No. When the high holy days was given to him, found in Leviticus chapter 23, everything is based upon the new moon, including the Sabbath. So if you say different, according to IUIC and according to GOCC, you're going to burn in hell. And then there's no hell. So you should be happy. Ultimately, you're going to find out there's not going to be a hell, because if there was, that's your ass. You're going to get cooked. There's no such thing as an eternal hell. You've been watching fucking myth. I don't know where you get that bullshit from. You get it from your warped mind.
The full moon. Another one keeps according to the dark moon. Another one says
dark moon is right. Dark moon is right.
He keeps according to the moon too, but he keeps it according to the crescent, the little sliver. Now all three of those, dark, full, crescent, now you got offshoots in that, because some of them keep the dark according to morning to morning, others according to evening to evening, and then so on and so on for each one of those. You see all the damn confusion?
It's not confusion. I mean, they bring confusion. We don't bring confusion. Another video, another title for a video, GMS does not bring confusion. So you cannot, you can't use the word, you can't use the acronym GMS and confusion at the same time. We do not bring confusion. Well, what about the grape doctrine? We broke it down the right way. You guys can't say it. I'm saying in general. I'm not pointing at him. I'm not necessarily pointing at the IUIC. If you go into the Hebrew, if you think like a scholar, you'll see it. But because you guys don't think like scholars, you don't see it. You get caught. You run to your emotions like a fucking woman, man. And you know what, man? There's so many videos on your black woman that even Jake don't want to deal. Jake don't even want to deal with the black woman, because everything's out of order, because this man allowed the woman to do what she want to do. She's not built to do what the fuck she want to do. A woman is born to get with a man. Now, and it's a father that chooses the man for you. Now, if you don't like that guy, that's too bad. You're going to have to deal with him. You understand? And we everybody's catching on to you devils, man. Everybody's catching on to you motherfucking devils. You Jays. We catching on to you, man. You can lawyer up all you motherfucking want, but the truth is on your ass. What is it? The truth that has long been hidden was it now made manifest? It's in the Apocrypha. I even went through it the other day. The truth. The truth. I can find it. I just can't think of it. It's either It's either Ecclesiasticus. Somebody help me out. I can't remember it right offhand, but I can find it very easy. I can look for it and find it. You know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. Let me do this, because now I'm getting mad. Okay, the truth. Okay, let me do this. Let me see. Okay, I don't need this no more. Let me go to the Apocrypha. And I went through it the other day. Let me go to the truth. Apocrypha. Okay, 41 times. All right. All these scriptures are good on the truth. All these scriptures, I can just read this down. It says, I will declare unto thee the truth. Another topic, the truth. Simply the truth. This is a good one. In no wise speak against the truth. If you're saying that there's a hell, you're speaking against the truth. If you're saying that men could have long hair, you're speaking against the truth. If you're speaking Friday sundown to Saturday sundown as a Sabbath, you're speaking against the truth. But be abashed or embarrassed of the error of thine ignorance. First Ezra 3 verse 12 goes into the women, the truth, wine, the king. But judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. That's another one. Okay, here it is right here. I wasn't sure it was Ecclesiasticus or Second Ezra. I knew it was either or. It says Second Ezra 6 verse 28. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. The corrupt people are these Edomites, these devils. And the truth, which that's why they demon us, the small hats are demonizing us. The truth is gonna win. And the truth which hath been so long without fruit shall be declared. What's the truth? That we're the Israelites, Babylon the Great, America's Babylon the Great, and so forth. These so-called white people, Edomites. Some of you white people are actually so-called white people are Israelites, but the descendants of Esau are among us today, and they're for the most part Edomites. You got tares too. Look at this, Ecclesiasticus 4:28. Strive for the truth unto death, and Yahweh shall fight for thee. Another one, First Ezra 4 verse 38. As for the truth, it endureth, it stays strong, it stands up, and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore. So you devils that have been in corruption and teaching lies, it's going to be your kingdom is going to be conquered spiritually, of course, by the Most High. Therefore, great is the truth and strong than all things. Ooh-wee. Oh, there's another going. Ecclesiasticus 27:9. The birds will resort unto their like, so will truth return unto them that practice in her. Can I get an amen? Truth is a powerful word. I must. I believe that's where you get the word math. So you can go to any country and you don't know their language, but everybody understands math. Everybody understands 1 and 1 is 2. Okay, so that's it. That's it. But you can read all these, put in the word truth or the truth. Just come back over here. So we got the truth. Will be known the prophets have been among them. Oh, GMS was always right. Oh shit, GMS was always right.
See, the Most High, and he said he's going to take these things away from it and give us confusion of faces. And that's where we at right now. And instead of...
Confusion of face actually means shame face. When you look that up, the word is in Daniel is shame face. GMS is not confused at all.
Coming together, you know what I'm saying, with all our understandings. I'm great at this, you're great at that, he's great at that, him. Instead of us coming together and creating something fucking solid, I'm arguing.
Which is not going to happen because you got a lot of false prophets out there. So we're not going to come together with false prophets and false teachers. You know, we're not going to get with a group that says John the Baptist fell out the truth. You know, we're not going to get with a group of a leader that says the MOTB is sleeping with white women, which the same individual, General Yohannes, said he pushed the chip. Now you got people coming out saying, even these pharmaceutical companies, they're saying that they're admitting that this shit is killing people. Chris Cuomo said that we were wrong. We shouldn't have. You know, he's backtracking what he said. He's a damn insider anyway. He's a you know, he's like an actor. You know, he's a media, a news actor. You know, he's just personality. You know, like the weatherman. You know, and all these people. A lot of them are failed actors. Like Alex Trebek, his claim to fame is Jeopardy, but he was an actor. It was a movie that he made that I remember. It was a period piece. I forget the name of the movie, but his thing was to be an actor, and he failed as an actor. But he you know, he got his success through Jeopardy, and he stayed with that. Let's listen to some more.
With you because you don't agree with this right here because you don't really study it, so I call you unlearned, and he argues with him.
And they are unlearned. If you're teaching that the new moon is a full moon, you're unlearned. If you're teaching that the Sabbath comes in Friday, sundown, Saturday, sundown, you unlearn. When you're teaching that there's an eternal place that you're burning forever in hell, you are unlearned. Or you took the bag.
He argues with him, and he argues with him, and then I argue with him, and then he argues with him, and then we all call each other unlearned because what you're learning about, I'm into something else, and I ain't got there yet, but I'm still willing to argue about what you're learning. And
we're not going to argue with them. We're going to get on them. We're going to tell them that you're going off, and we're not going to argue with them. We're not going to argue with them. Most High going to put a fiery foot up their asses. And the Most High might create a hell to put your ass in that motherfucker. We're talking about you guys that are teaching these wayward doctrines. You can only have one woman. You got the nerve to say that and have a script, a Bible in your hand?
Bullshit. But what I'm here to do today is kill that Judges 5 and 11. So let me start over because you know I get to going. Judges 5 and 11, it says, this is in the King James. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord go down to the gates. Now watch this. I'm going to read in the good news. Judges 5 and 11. Listen, the noisy crowds are around the wells. The noisy crowds around the wells are telling of the Lord's victories. The victories of Israel's people. So it sounds like from that translation, and for me.
Yeah, but the mother translations are bullshit. The King James is correct. This is spiritual. The scriptures are written in code. That's why people can't get it. They can't understand it. The Christians see God so loved the world. Well, the code is go to the fucking Greek. The word there is cosmos. Say, do you know? First of all, the word world in the New Testament, the word world is written how many times? Let's say 200 times. Okay, so when you go to the Greek, to the original Greek, right? What words come up? How many? You got the word world, world, and world, world, and world, right? Sometimes it's cosmos, sometimes it's eon, sometimes it's oikomeni, and there might be one more, but those are the main three that you're going to come across. John 3:16 says cosmos, does not say oikomeni. So, Revelation 3:10, it says when the whole world will be tested, the word there is oikomeni. It's talking about the absolute everybody on the planet. Talking about the charagma. And all you guys are going to be off, you're going to be found out to being false prophets because you go against the charagma, the microchip. That's one of the most important prophecies to come on the scene.
To me, it sounds like that in the King James, too. The only reason I thought that meant slavery and the places of our captivity and this, that, and the third, and we got to rehearse and do stuff is because it was explained to me like that when I was very young in this truth by men that I...
Yeah, but it rehearse, well, the word there in the Hebrew goes back to the word recount. Rehearse, recount. When you rehearse, you're not going to get it perfect. It's like you have in actors, they have a dress rehearsal. The dress rehearsal, they try to get it right. They're going to go off. The director says, well, you didn't do this right. You should have came in at this point in time. And you talk when he talked. You got to let him finish his sentence. And you got to slap him in the face. And then you do it and you kind of go off. You said the wrong lines. You said something that the actor was supposed to say. You man and a woman. And you said something that the woman was supposed to say. So you keep doing it, dress rehearsal, and then when you go before the stage, you get it correct because you're practicing it, right? Rehearsing it. Same thing with the Passover and all your high holy days. You do it to the best of your ability because it's symbolic of keeping the high holy days the way we used to keep it. That's why the Apostle Paul said what he said to the Israelites in Colossus. He said, look, don't worry about keeping the high holy days. It's something that's going to come in the kingdom. You don't have to argue about that. It says don't argue about endless genealogies, avoid foolish questions. Look, we have the truth, man. We have the truth. Anything that we say, you goddamn better know that we done studied it and studied it and studied it. Even King James, when he wrote the King James Bible, if you go to the Red Bible in the front page, he says that, I don't know if it says that, but I believe it was 47 scholars. Some of them are Greek, some are Greek scholars, some of them were Hebrew scholars. And when the book was written, he said something to the effect of, and the book in the years when the first King James came out, he said the book was constantly revised because sometimes they went off. They said, "Oh, we went off on that. We went off on this. We went off on 25 scriptures. So now we got to go back and redo the book." That's what King James said. He said it's continuously revised, and the Spirit was dealing with King James.
Put to a high standard, and I at that time had high respect for them because it seemed like they knew the fuck they was talking about, and a lot of people was listening, and I didn't quite know yet. It's a new day now, though, brothers. Some of y'all done hit that ceiling and y'all ain't blasted through it. Some been 25, 30 years in the truth, 15, 20, 30 years in the truth, and y'all still saying this dumb shit. Like it shows that, hey man, are you really studying? Are you really studying? Because this topic right here is a big one. This ain't like something like what did King David do at this point? This right here is affecting lives and causing people to actually go off. This right here is affecting lives. We're rehearsing the righteous acts. You got to do something. This is blocking actual truth from coming out of the Bible and making people go.
Like I said, the Bible is written in code, so you know, you got to, you know, when we teach that the Messiah is so-called black people of Israel, there's no blatant scripture where it says the Negroes in America are the Israelites. Not going to say that. They'll outlaw the scriptures. You got to put in a precept upon precept. So Judges 5 and 11 is code for America. In the places of drawing water, that means slavery. Go back to Joshua, it tells you that. He put the Canaanites that lied. They said, well, we said we promised we made a vow that we wasn't going to kill you, but we're going to put you in slavery. So we're going to make them hewers of wood and drawers of water. So that's old school for put them in slavery. It doesn't mean that all the slaves and Israelites that came into slavery drew water. They chopped down trees. It's symbolic, man. Samson said, who's been plowing with my heifer? He's talking about his woman. Somebody been talking to my woman. And when Jake talk, they talk. Esau don't understand a lot of things that we say. Same thing with the scriptures. As High Priest Ariel said, the Bible is written in hip talk. Yeshua used to say that. High Priest Yeshua used to say that. The Bible is written in hip talk. You can say things in front of an Edomite, talk Jake talk, and that can go right over their head. Anyway, let me let you listen to a little bit more, and then I'm going to close it.
Go against each other. Some of y'all saying y'all keeping the feast days and y'all ain't really. But watch this. I'm going to read some other translations. Let me see what my brother Mar sent me. This is the New International Version. The voice of singers at the watering places. They recite the victories of the Lord, the victories of his villagers in Israel. Then the people of the Lord went down to the city. That's the New International Version.
Yeah, which these different versions go off. The King James is pretty accurate. It says in that same chapter and verse about the arrows. Matter of fact, let me go to it. Let me do this. Let me go to King James, blue letter. Okay, Judges 5. If I spell judge right, I put shortened version. They that are delivered from the noise of archers, the modern day archers are the ICBM missiles, in the places of drawing water, let me see, hewers of wood and drawers of water. Let me say, hewers of wood and drawers. Let me do this. Drawers of water. It's code for slavery. Should come up. Okay, it came up. Okay, same chapter. Okay, and the princes said unto them, let them live, because they made a pact with them that they weren't going to kill them. But let them be hewers of wood and drawers of waters unto all the congregation. Meaning they're going to, well, you get them one day, you can work the hell out them. Okay, this clan, you get them the second day. You know, they rented them motherfuckers, man. And they said, chop this tree down, do this, get the water, set this fire up, dig this hole. That's what it means. As the princes had promised them. Because they said, we ain't going to kill you. Because they said they were from a far off place, but they were Canaanites in the land. So they said, look, you motherfuckers lied to us. But we said when we made a vow that we wasn't going to kill you, but we're going to put you in slavery. Here it is, 23rd. Now therefore ye are cursed and there shall none of you be freed from being bondmen, the hewers of wood and drawers of water for the house of my power. 27 verse. And Yahweh made them that day hewers of wood and drawers of water for the congregation. We're gonna rent you out, okay? And for the altar of Yahweh, even unto this day, in the place which he shall choose. So you as a water, you know what I'm gonna do? Let me do this. I didn't want to make this long. Let me do this. See what the commentators say. I'm supposed to be on the road, but let me do this here. Okay, so let's see if it comes up. Good. Boom. He was a wood, draws of water, trees tied, blah, 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 blah. They were devoted to that a latter date and were bound to discharge manual duties, which is slavery, which usually devolved upon the lowest classes. Ye stand this day, all of you, before the Lord, your power, captain, tribes, elders, officers, once your wives and the strangers that are in the camp, from the hewers of thy wood unto the drawers of the water. So this is what hewers of wood and drawers of water means this. And bound, they were bound to discharge menial duties such which usually devolved upon the lower classes. You know, lower class people, they work in them, like the Mexicans, they clean banks and shit after the bank closed. Ain't no Edomites gonna be doing that. That's the Mexicans are hewers of wood and drawers of water, so you can understand. Let me check the bonds. Okay. Render, they shall be hewers of wood and drawers of waters, menial duties belonging to the lower classes or slaves. The curse of Noah the curse of Noah, I'm sorry. What's the curse of Noah? It doesn't come up, but it says about the Canaanites, they shall be a servant to their brethren, right? And that's the justification of us taking the land, because it was Ham that, mocked Noah, but Noah cursed his son. Why? Because they were living in the land of Canaan, which is Israel today. Children of Ham was thus fulfilled to the latter in the case of these Hivites, which are Canaanites. Now you got these Edomites that say, well, we put Negroes in slavery because they're the Canaanites, and they go back to Genesis 9:25, which we're not the Canaanites, we're not Hamites. They want to make us Hamites. We ain't no Hamites, man. We're Israelites. And you're going to soon find out. And you will be hewers of wood and drawers of water. Okay, so let me come back over here. See, this man here doesn't know the truth. He doesn't understand the truth.
The New Living Translation. Listen to the village musicians gathered at the watering holes.
Doesn't make sense. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.